Holy moly. Man, that's loud. Did y'all hear that? God. Was the music loud on last night's live? Because it was loud when I just turned it on now. I gotta... What is going on here? I don't know if this is a joke. I saw a... Nope, this is last night's live. How about today's live? What's up, Brody? Hello, Leah. Alright, here's today's live. Hello, Kelly. Alright. No comments on the live. We got comments on the backup phone. Of course we don't. Alright. For anybody who was here last night, was the music loud? Because when I just turned the stereo on, it was loud. I don't remember the music being loud last night. I guess I probably don't remember a lot about last night. I woke up this morning and I did not feel great. I'm going to tell you boys and girls something right now. It's Papa's little secret. It shouldn't be a secret because I've said it multiple times. If you wake up in the morning and you've got a hangover or hangover type symptoms, you need to get yourself in a cold plunge. It will fix you right up. We've been dealing scrapple and liver pudding all day long. So, I told everybody, they're like, how much? I'm like, nothing. It's free. It comes with my pig, so I just take it. Because if I know that there's people that will want it or will take it, I'll just get what I could get. Well, everybody to a person is pitching out money. And, so, we got $160 of donations to Team Spoonman today. That's the way I look at it. I'd probably pay for a quarter of a pig. I don't have any idea how much the pig costs because the guy didn't tell us. We'll just go get him and he didn't give him a bill. And if you don't chase him down, I don't even know what he would do. I feel like he just would be like, I guess eventually he would call David and say, hey. It was fun with Debbie though. Miss Debbie. She was the original pusher. Hello, Scott. I met Rodney Stroll tonight. And he brought sticks. They're upstairs. I ate them. I don't know. The first one was sweet. He said he uses Wild Creek Bee Farm honey in his sticks. Super good. It was loud. I heard it at my dad's. It couldn't have been that loud. I don't even know where your dad lived. Couldn't have been that loud. It was definitely loud in this room. Spoon of Blues is loud. He said he could hear that from the campground. Oh, yeah. Anyway, my freezer is stuffed. And then I pulled out some sausage for the kids. And I was like, I'd make a bunch of loose sausage and then all the sausage links. I don't know what how do you call it? Whatever. And so I'm digging down to find all the loose stuff was on the top, which sucked. Because I'm like, once you start pulling stuff out, it's like Jenga in there. Oh, from the Blue Mountain. No, I'm talking about the music here in this basement. Anyway, so I start pulling it out. The sausage in the middle isn't even frozen yet. And I put that in there. I put that in there last night at 10 o'clock at night. And it's not frozen yet. So I guess it takes a while. It's not right to do it like that. You should put a little bit in at a time, but whatever. It'll be fine. It's cold for sure. What am I doing here? All right, orange liqueur. Man, let's use this. Yeah, I got to meet Rodney Stroll today, so that was pretty cool. And somebody, Vernell brought jam. She brought some kind of jam and some kind of elderberry syrup, which I think is good for you. So she gave me that, and then Ronnie brought sticks. And I tried one, it's super good. He said the other one has hot cheese in it. I don't know what that means. Oh shoot, I gotta remember to save a pan of scrapple for David. I told David I'd trade him scrapple for Smoke Cooper. He said deal. That's a sucker's deal. That's a good deal for me. I'm gonna have to wrap some of them and mark them, or I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna run out. Imagine if I gave too much away. That would be a problem. Chambord. Yeah. Last night I had a little problem. I had problems speaking. Elderberry is great in the winter months. Keeps your immunity healthy. There you go. I know Meemaw bought a bottle of some kind of whatever the hell. Elderberry something. Some kind of elderberry syrup. I didn't restock the refrigerator, I can tell you that. Because all the soda. Normally, at the end of every night, I fill all the 1:30s early, Scott. Good night. You'll figure it out tomorrow. Guess this isn't open. Jay Heminger, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Old Shop 5 Army buddy right there. The Black Crows. I don't know why was our shop called the Black Crows? I don't know. That was our shop name. It was a rock. You know what? Somewhere in a scrapbook, on my original Facebook page that I lost, I had a. So I've been taking pictures since I think I got my first camera maybe when I was a senior in high school. My dad got it for me for Christmas because he said, or maybe it was when I was a junior, because he said you would want to have memories of your thing. Now you wouldn't understand it because everybody's walking around with a camera on their phone. But back then I just had a little camera and I took pictures all the time. And I saved every negative from every picture that I ever took. And then at some point I bought a machine. I guess a machine is a type of I guess machine. Some sort of apparatus. You feed the negative. Is that what it's called? Whatever. Oh, there's Benjamin. Hello, Benjamin. You feed the negative thing from the picture. And then it shows up on a screen, and then you press a button, and it essentially takes a picture of that and puts it on an SD card. There's an SD card in there. And then you go through all the negative. It was forever. It was forever because I had them all in boxes in chronological order with the month and the year on it, and I would go through there. And a lot of them I didn't save all of them because some of them were just stupid. Like I'd go out and take pictures of nature, this or that or whatever. Like once I got better cameras and then like I'd go to Pocono and take 7,000 pictures of race cars going around the track. I didn't save all of those. I might have saved a couple, but somewhere there's a picture of the rock in front of Shop 5. It was a small rock, probably the size of a basketball, roughly, with a picture of a black crow painted on it. That was the shop mask. That was, for whatever reason, the shop was. We were Shop 5. We were the Black Crows. I have no reason why that was, but that's what it was. And somewhere in a scrapbook, probably in this house, There's a picture of the Shot 5 rock. That story went nowhere. Anyway, here we go with tequila, boys and girls. And non-binary people. I always say that. I shouldn't say that. It's a fucking, first of all, it's a fucking joke. But it's funny because when you look at the thing, you go on the group and it has a breakdown. How many people are in the group, where they're from. They're broken. You could break it into ages, countries of origin, whatever. And then there's one, and it says male, female, and custom. It just says custom. That's all it says. And there's like 0.4% of members that are custom. Now, I don't know if that means you just don't answer the question, or if there is I don't remember Facebook ever asking me if I was a male or a female. They may have. But anyway, there's a possibility there's non-binary people in here. I'm okay with that. I don't give a shit. Why is there wet everywhere? I guess that's just water. All right. Chambord Raspberry Margarita. For all you tequila fans out there. Tequila, orange liqueur, Chambord, lime juice, and simple syrup. It is red. We could have saved it for Friday. That is surprisingly non-offensive. That's so non-offensive, it leads me to believe that there's a chance that there's not tequila in that tequila bottle. Yeah, that's tequila. That's 100%. That stings. That's tequila for sure. Hello, Charisse. Oh, shit. Charisse wants Scrapple, too. Damn it. I'm going to run out of Scrapple. I got to see how many I got left up there. I got to write a list. Hold on. I got to do this right now. Oh, there is no longer Atomic Balsamic General's Hot Sauce. It's gone. There was one bottle left. They don't make it anymore. There was one bottle left. It was bought today. It's gone. All right, Charisse, Ben, David, Nikki, okay, Charisse. Who else? I'm sure I've forgotten someone already. How's Charisse doing? March Madness, listen, here's the deal with March Madness. March Madness starts Friday. I would like to have 4 people here to vote. That would be ideal. What is going on here? I would like for there to be 4 people to vote. Because the more people, the better. 2 people it's okay. It's definitely okay if the 2 people agree. I don't like breaking ties. You get 4 people. 6 is okay. 4 is ideal for me, I think. 4 is ideal. I like 4. 6 is okay. 6 is not bad. 8's too many. It's fun. It's fun for me. It's not great for viewers necessarily. But I didn't even make the bracket up yet. Yes, Charisse and Memes will be here Friday, maybe Saturday also. And Scott and Jane will be here Sunday afternoon. So, I'd like to get white chocolate over here. That would be very good. We haven't seen white chocolate in... Put it this way. Bootleg Phil's been here more often than white chocolate. In the last 2 years, Bootleg Phil has more time at Spoonman Saloon than white chocolate does. That's all I'm saying. You could do with that information whatever you would like. Jeff Freebie talked about coming with the band. Or one member or some members of the band. So we could get Jeff over here. Can Keith and Mike Hines, maybe. We got to get them over here. But here's the thing. If you lay this out, So the first day, we're going to do 4 drinks. That's the plan. The plan is 4 drinks per visit. So if we start Friday, this is all theoretical because last year there was times where we didn't have anybody. Or maybe that was 2 years ago. There was times where like a Friday night nobody could make it and then Meemaw said Saturday we have a gender reveal party for Kate and Matt. I didn't know that. I just found that out. But I said, when is it? I'm like, March Madness is Saturday. So I think it's in the afternoon. She said she was, so we should be fine. But if we do 4. If we do 4 on Friday, we'll be down to 16. 4 on Saturday, we'll be down to 12. If we do 4 on Sunday, we'll be down to 8. And then we do 4 the next Friday, we'll be down to 4. I already lost count. We start with 20, then we'll be down to 20, then we'll be down to 16, then we'll be down to 12. 20, 16, 12. And then that day we'll be down to 8, 4, 2. It's going to take 5 or 6 days. That's the best I can figure this to be. So, if people are here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's going to go 2 weekends. That's it. And it's over. So, if you want to get in on this, you got to get scheduled in a spot. Because we can't have 20 people here. 4's good. 4's a good number. Real good number. I like 4. It's just good. Even 3 is better than 2. Because 2 is rough. Because 2 is very, especially you get a drink. Let's just say, I don't, because I haven't even made the bracket yet. But let's just say we have a drink that is, I don't fucking know. There's pineapple juice in it. And somebody doesn't like pineapple juice. Boom. You're already screwed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Kelly. 2 weeks. 2 weekends, it could be done. That's all. That's what I'm saying. And I don't know. Then, is that too fat? Should we draw it out longer than that? I don't know. I know Scott and Jenny are available Sundays. Sunday. And Sundays we do early. Sundays 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know. I didn't hear from Annette. She was here last year a bunch of days. Who else was here? I'm trying to think everybody else. The Ellifs are they're in Florida for Bike Week right now. They're probably going to be here at some point. We got to get here. I don't know if they're going to be home this weekend. It's chaotic when there's a lot of people here, but I think it's funny. For me, here, it's funny. For people watching at home, possibly not so funny. I just went, oh boy. We're going to get Sharice wrecked. Hello, Natasha. I'll tell you this, Sharice. If you get yourself shit-faced, I don't know if it works. It probably doesn't work right then. I wonder if we should try that. That's what we should do. We should not do it now. I'm just saying. I now have a thought in my head. I don't know how well that breathalyzer works. Actually, that wouldn't change anything, I don't think. How does a breathalyzer actually work is the question. How can it detect alcohol in your system from your breath? Yeah, Ashley. Yes. That's the name I couldn't think of. Well, one of the people I couldn't think of. I could pick. Yeah, that's right, Ashley. That was her first time ever here. I remember she pulled up in the driveway, and she got here before. She Annette and her were talking. Annette is the one that was like, "Yeah, come over, it'll be fun." And she got here before Annette, and she pulled into the driveway, and I didn't know who she was. And I'm just like, this is, like, I don't give a shit. But it was, like, go to say hi to somebody you have no idea. That's like Rodney. Rodney showed up here today, and I'm like, oh, it's Rodney. I don't know who. I'd never met Rodney in my whole life. Super friend, super good guy, Rodney. I'll give you that. Well, there is Keith Hines, as a matter of fact. See? Keith was here last year, and his brother was here. Keith and his brother should come here at the same time. Maybe. Maybe that would be bad. Keith, that's a cool... I made a post. I don't know if anybody saw it. Keith made an awesome... I don't fucking know what you call it. What would you call that? A logo. He made a March Madness logo. It's cool. Really cool. And then the Michael that does the glasses for us, he's like, hey, if the shirt guy doesn't want to make that shirt, I'll make it for you. I'm like, it's not a matter of whether the shirt guy wants to make it or not. I don't know if I need to get involved in another shirt. I already have a new shirt right now it's not in production because I keep forgetting to tell him what I want to order. Which reminds me, I got to make that up. God. Get my room ready. You got it, Sharice. We got 2 of them. It doesn't bother me even a little bit. I actually prefer it. People stay over here. I know, Michael, it is cool. It's really neat. I don't know if I should get another shirt. I mean, I guess we could. Because it's not dated. So it could just be like, that could just, every year for March Madness, we could wear that shirt. That could be my shirt. That could be my uniform. That would be my March Madness uniform. What if I got that logo put on a white and like a referee shirt? What if I got a referee shirt like, holy shit, Emily Recker? I remember when Emily Recker was on here every day and she was supposed to come out here for her 21st birthday, and now she's probably 25 and she's still never been here. Neither has her mother. For that matter. Oh, I emptied a can of soda. And then I clicked on my phone on the Sirius app, and it said my subscription ran out. I'm like, I have a fucking lifetime subscription. I'm still alive. Now I have to call those assholes. It's so aggravating. My subscription ran out. My subscription ran out my ass. Fucking jerk-offs. This is how these fucking assholes get you. And I don't care. I don't... Actually, you know what I did listen to? Because you could listen to... The only time I listen to Sirius anymore was races. If I'm doing something, I could turn the race on my phone and listen to it. That's what... And Steelers games. If I'm doing something, I can listen to Steelers games. If I'm mowing the grass on a Sunday afternoon or whatever, I probably would watch the game. I wouldn't mow the grass in football season. That's a stupid. That wouldn't even make any sense. Whatever. I could listen to a race while I'm mowing the grass. I could listen to the Steelers game. And then they have the Sirius XM, the Highway, which is like the current country music station. They have the Highway without it's just music. There's no commercials. There's no nothing. It's just all the Highway music without anybody talking. It's fantastic. And now it's gone. Sometimes I would use that if I was on a job and I was with people that don't like podcasts, because I'm a podcast guy, so I just listen to podcasts all the time. Anyway. All right. Ocean Kiss is drink number 2. And that's probably it. Because I got shit to do. And I'm tired. And I don't know if Rodney's still on here. Rodney was on here. Like I said, Rodney dropped out. He gave me sticks. He's like, I want you to try this one. And I tried the first stick, and it was fantastic. It's sweet. Like, it's not too sweet, but just sweet. But he said he uses Wild Creek Bee Farm honey. I don't know how much he made. I don't know how many sticks he made, but he told me he put 2 pounds of honey in it. That's a lot of fucking honey. That's a lot of... Here, wait, I got one. Right here. I don't know how much. That's a 2-pound jar of honey right there. That's a 20-ounce glass. Or 16? 16. Pint glass. That's a 2-pound jar of honey from the bee guy right there. It's fucking good. It's good, though. I'll say that. Rodney... And he gave me another one that has cheese in it. I don't know what the fuck I did with it. Now that I think about it. It might still be out on the deck. Or out on the deck, on the rail, on the porch. I gotta go look for that. As a matter of fact. Anyway, thank you, Rodney. I appreciate it. All right. This is the good thing. I don't know if it's a good... I got whatever. The cool thing... Cool, that's not a good word either for it. Emptying bottles around here is a strange... It's strangely satisfying for me. I don't know why, but it is. I'm the one that's buying all the bottles, so it doesn't make any sense. But it's strangely satisfying for me to empty bottles. I can't explain it any other than that. March Madness, we empty a lot of fucking bottles. Because if there's 4 people, if we're doing 4 drinks and there's 4 people here, we're multiplying these recipes, not by 4 necessarily, maybe by 2 to 3 times, depending on what size the drink's going to be, so everybody can get a decent assessment of the taste of these drinks. So we go through a lot of liquor during March Madness. Especially, there was times where there was 8 people here, where we had to do the pitcher like 2 times per drink. I enjoy it a lot. Meemaw is not a people person. She's friendly. She's not a people person in the sense that if you drop me off in a room and no one else was with strangers, in 20 minutes I would be in an in-depth conversation with someone about something. It could be anything. It could be anything imaginable. It could be all over the board what I would be talking to somebody about. 1,000%. And Meemaw's just not like that. Now, once she gets to know someone, she's super engaging. But she does not particularly engage with people she doesn't know, which is fine. I tell you what, Kelly, I need to save Scrapple for... I think, I gotta find pineapple juice. Hold on. I think we need to bust out Meemaw's Blackstone at Spoonapalooza on Sunday morning and fry up some Scrapple on the Blackstone. So that means I have to make sure I have some. So I can't give it all away. And I gave a lot away already. I mean, I had 14 pans of Scrapple, that's a preposterously ridiculous amount. I think there's still, I don't remember. There's 5 or 6 left up there. But as I'm looking at my paper here, I think I already promised that many to give away. And I could have got more because Jared didn't take all his. Same thing with liver pudding. Like I took all the Scrapple and all the liver pudding that was allotted to me. But I could have taken more because Jared didn't take all his. Todd didn't take all of his. My problem is I can't stop talking. And I don't know if that's good or bad. So for anybody who thinks it's bad, I apologize. Sorry. Lynn Shook came here today to pick up Scrapple because I butchered at her house with her father, I don't know, 25 years ago. At least, probably 25 years ago. And her father passed away, no longer does it. And then I posted one time about it, and she said, she goes, I'll take some. So every year I call her. It's kind of like, whatever. I don't see her, I don't talk to her all year long. I mean, if I run into her, we talk. It's not like we're not friendly. I don't I don't run into her. So I called her. She came out. Oh, shit. Michael, are you really coming for real? Kathy said something about that. That would be awesome. That would be so awesome. We got campers. We'll put you in someone's camper. Sharice, I have one for you, no matter what. Listen, I'll go up to David and I'll buy some from him if I need to. Jared has more than he'll eat. I'll get some from Jared. I had a bunch in my freezer. I just fucking threw it away. Because it was probably 2-3 years old. Holy shit, this is big. Where's Natasha? That's a Boris bale right there. Under no intentions. There might be some in this freezer, as a matter of fact. Yeah, right there. Right there's a fucking block. We'll be fine. Hello, Patty Hatsits. All right, Ocean Kiss is rum, blue curacao, grenadine, orange juice, pineapple juice. Who's here? Hello, Natasha. Why? My screen says 2 people are watching, and there's comments from 6 people. All right. This is called Ocean Kiss. Rum, blue curacao. Remember, I used to think it was called Caraco until I heard somebody pronounce it properly. That's funny. Rum, blue curacao, grenadine, orange juice, pineapple juice, Boris bale. I can't even taste alcohol. This is like fucking orange juice and pineapple juice. Mine says 2. That's not bad. It tastes like, I swear to God, it tastes like orange juice and pineapple juice, and then I got a, like I got like a little, just a little bit of grenadine. You know what, Ben? This could be good. Hey, Ben, when do you have your kids? Do you have your kids every weekend? We get Ben to come over here. Ben, March Madness kicks off next weekend. The twins are coming here Friday night. We could use a 3rd or 4th voter. I don't fucking know. No, this phone says 6. This phone says 6. The phone I'm actually on right now says 2. That's funny, Natasha. Did he use an A or an R? I guess it doesn't. I guess it really doesn't matter, to be quite honest with you. Well, there you go, Ben. So you're free next weekend. That would suck. Do you have them during the week at all? That's a corrupt system. That's a corrupt system. So that's all I'm saying. Because Natasha, just so he knows, if you come here, I'm going to hug him, and I'm going to say it to him. Exactly what he just said to me. I watch the fucking movies. I see what's going on around here. Oh, there's Bryce. Bryce, former service member of the month. Or wait, no, he wasn't. Bryce was not. Bryce is now. Wait. Bryce is out too. They're both out, I think. I don't remember. Bryce actually got married. Is that right? Yeah. Bryce got married on Spoonapalooza. When was that wedding? How many years ago was that wedding? Does anybody remember? Kelly was... All right. That's okay then. Wednesday, Thursday, and every other weekend. That's weird though, but that's still good. I couldn't handle that every other weekend shit. That would kill me. But then I thought of like my dad had every other weekend, but my mom didn't care, so we went to my dad every weekend. Like that was just, we lived at mom's house on a week and we lived at dad's house on a weekend, and it was like I was 50 years old and I was like, well, that sucks for mom. She never had us on the weekends. That's my boy. Oh, that's funny. Hello, Haley. Hello, Lisa. This makes this you know what? I just had a conversation with them. Yeah, I got you, Ben. I just had a conversation with someone today that can't. I know who the person is. I'm just not saying. I had a conversation with someone today that stopped out here to pick up some scrapple that we made, and I openly confess this on multiple occasions to a lot of people. Yeah, Ben, you should bring your neighbor over here. I don't remember what his name was. Wait, is your neighbor still? I don't know. That night was fucking funny. He was wound the fuck up. I don't remember what his name is. Ben said he threw up. He threw up at the bridge, down by the bridge. I think it's like right there by the road. I already forgot what I was gonna say. Holy shit, there's white chocolate. White chocolate, you better show up for white chocolate. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying, if you don't show up for March Madness this year, Bootleg Phil's gonna pass you. That's all I'm saying. Well, we got to get him back over here anyway. Is he married still or no? Or is he still not married? He's probably over it though. I think he was on the chip that day. He was very funny. A Shamrock golf tournament here in the next couple weeks. It's actually fun. He has 2 golf greens in his yard. They're legit. They're small. They're legit though, and it's very. I don't know what I was picturing. I remember when he told me about it, and then he showed me a picture. He showed me like a satellite imagery picture of it, and it looked very big on the picture, and I was like, wow. And then we got there, and I was like, oh, this is not even at all what I imagined. But I can't imagine. It's still bizarre to me that the dude has a golf. We beat the shit out of his house. We beat the shit out of his shed. Sent a couple into the trees over at the neighbors. Tore down some poison ivy, I think. The tee boxes could use some work. Some of those back tee boxes are a little rough. Hitting off the rocks in the woods there. I see Jason Aldean did Dust on the Bottle with what's his name? David Lee Murphy. I think that's the name of the dude that sang that song. They did it together. I don't know if they literally did it together or they just like tracked it, whatever, but it's pretty good. Pretty good little rendition. All right. Is he on the chip about it still, though? Because last year he seemed to be a little fired up. Which is just exactly what we like here. All right. I really have to put some work in this week because I gotta get the bracket built. I was talking about custody before. I don't know. That thought is so far. Whatever I was thinking. I know I said it. No, I know I talked about the custody, and I said my mom had we never saw my mom on a weekend. I mean, we did if we were going away or something, but for the most part, we went to my dad every weekend, which was not court ordered. That's not it though. I don't know. When Lynn was here today, I was talking about something, and then I brought up Brian Haight, Command Sergeant Major Brian Haight, and then just, I was like, I lost it. And Mima was in the bathroom, eavesdropping like she does, and she's like, shocking. She yelled from the bathroom, shocking. I think she was folding laundry or something. And I'm like, mind your own business over there. So, whatever. Yeah, I don't know what I was going to say. Hello, Jerry. All right. Monday's tomorrow. Tomorrow starts the work week. So, I got to get some shit in order here. This basement is just a fucking train wreck. I got all these totes, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be all cleaned out and straightened up and fancy. And no, it's nothing. A person stopped for scrapple, and I was like, Now I remember setting up what I was going to say, but I have no idea. I have no fucking clue. That was close, Kelly. You almost got me onto it. Because I remember thinking that. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I was going to say that there's times that there's times that this is just, like, January was rough for me. I don't know why. But after, like, the end of the year, I think between October, November, and December, we had like 20-something packages that went out. And then it was like, this sort of just, we made it to the end of the year, give a gobbler, and then in December there was like 2 more donations because I just kind of drained the account at the end of the year, and then we had Reach Across America, and then Reach Across America had a special where for a couple weeks they matched wreath purchases. So then I had to get that together to make sure that I could buy 100 then, because then that was credited towards, I don't remember if it was 2 for 1 or a half, 1.5, whatever it was, but I wanted to get in on that. And then I just was burned out, and I was just like, I'm saying this in a bad, there's times, and this is, I don't know how to say this without it being probably taken the wrong way, but there's times that I was like, I wish that this wasn't, because it's just exhausting, and I'm like, I wish I could just go back to a regular life of hanging out with my brothers and my nieces and nephews and, whatever. It really is, there is really times that it's just so, I don't know if stressful is, there's times that I feel like it's, I don't know, it negatively affects me. I guess overwhelming is probably a good word, Lisa. And that was January. January felt like that. January was just like, I just felt beaten down. I just felt like, you get a feeling sometimes like, is it worth it? Is it worth all this stress and aggravation? Is it worth it? Is it? That's the question. Because at some point, you have to ask yourself that question. If you put yourself, in that position, you have to ask yourself, is it worth it? And then like I said, after that last post that I make at the end of the year, essentially the year that was in Team Spoonman, what we did, where all the money went, everything that we did, that the pride that I have for us and me and everything and every person that participates in everything we do, which is everybody who ever does anything, is, it's an overwhelming, and it doesn't, I know that there's, you look out there and there's nonprofits that raise millions of dollars, and we're not that, and we don't perform at that scale. My proudest I don't know what the word is. The thing that I get the most pride from is the fact that 100% of every penny that comes in, one way or the other, no matter what we do, goes out to somebody who needs it more than I need it, or we need it, or whomever. I take a lot of pride in that. And so regardless of whether next year is bigger than this past year, whether we can continue to do that, I feel like at some point we can. I feel like at some point we're not going to be able to do that. I mean, it's probably absurd to think that you could just keep getting more and more and more. At some point, you just maybe have to level off and be like, hey, we're good here. Like, this is okay. But and maybe not. I don't know. But January was rough. Like, just coming out of it, because it got to like Christmas. And Christmas was over. My family, my brother was home. My sister was home. Like, everybody was here. It was one of those Christmases where, like, because every other year my brother doesn't come home. He comes home at Thanksgiving. So one year he comes at Thanksgiving, one year he comes at Christmas. My sister usually comes home every Christmas. They live out of state. And this year, everybody was home. So everybody was there. We got through Christmas. What's up, Riston? And then it was like, it just was like, oh. And then it was like December 28th or whatever, and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't mail out the January service member package. Like, that should have been mailed out probably 3-4 days before Christmas, because it's the slowest time of year for mail delivery because of the volume. It's not like the post office is fucking the dog. I mean, they probably are, but that's not the reason. It's because of the volume at that time of year. And I should have sent it out. And then I didn't, and I was like, and I just was like, it was really a drag. But we did it, and then we sent out the veteran package, and I heard from both of those people. And the funny thing was, the veteran package was a younger kid. He's probably, I'm going to say, let me think. He's probably 30. He's probably mid to late 30s, I guess. I'm just trying to think where he fit in to my brothers. And I remember talking to his mom, and I said, "Didn't you have a son that served?" And she was like, "Yeah." She goes, "He doesn't want to be recognized. He's not into. He doesn't talk about it really, and whatever." And I was like, "No, those are the people that we need to recognize. That's the guy we need to talk to, And she gave me his information. I didn't think she was going to. She gave me his information, and that was at that car show that we were at. I think that was in October, So now it's 2-3 months later, whatever it is, and we sent him his package, and so I don't think much of it. I send it. I mostly want to know that it was received. That's really all I care about. I don't care necessarily what the response is. New members interested in fine. Yeah, Lisa, that's it. And his mom sent me a message, like a message, Thank you. Just basically, he's not on Facebook, so his mom sent me a message, basically just thanking me. And just telling me what his response was to it. And he was moved and overwhelmed and surprised, quite honestly, and that's kind of what we like. That was a fantastic message. Like, that really, those people don't, maybe they do, I don't know. Those messages mean so much to me that I don't think people could understand it, because, you know, there's a lot of days it's thankless, but then when you get that message, you're like, all right, this is good. This is good what we're doing, and we're on a great track here. This is awesome. And then his wife is on Facebook, so he sent me a message through his wife's Messenger account. Hey, this is, you know, whatever, and he sent me a message too, and like those two messages, and I consider, when I get stuff like that, I consider, you know, I would love to share that with the group, but I don't, you know, I don't feel right, because I don't know that I don't know that they want that out there.Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. So I didn't, but I just, you know, I want people to know that and it's a lot. Listen, if I had to guess, I would say that more than 50% of the people that we send packages to, I never hear from. I usually reach out to the person who nominated them, because oftentimes they reach out to that person and say, hey, I got this package that said you nominated me. And so they will let me know, yeah, it was received. And that's all I'll ask. And yeah, that's all and that's fine. I don't care. Okay, so we're not doing it. We're not doing it for us. We're not doing it for me. We're not doing it for any of us here. We're doing it for them. And if they're whatever it is, if they're too humble that they don't want to, whatever, it's fine. I don't care. But I just want to know it was received, but then, like I said, when you get those messages, you're like, that's a lot. That means a lot. It really does make you be like, all right, you know, if one out of every 20 packages we send out was the reaction, we're gonna keep fucking sending them out, because that's it. You know what I mean? Because, you know, some people are indifferent, and then some people react super well to it, and, you know, so it is what it is. But no, so it's okay. I'm getting there now. Also, you know, winter, we did a lot with events, and then we didn't really have a lot of, we had that motorcycle thing, but we went probably a couple months without any events at all. And the events the events really help. They really help with the just the sort of motivational morale of the process, because you get out there, you tell people what you do, and there's excitement, because Team Spoonman does not scream troop sport. It just doesn't, and I understand that. And if I was going to start over again, I would come up with a different name. But here we are. This is what we got, and so we're just gonna ride. We're gonna ride this fucker we're gonna ride it till the wheels fall off, as far as I'm concerned. And hopefully, what we need more group participation. That's what we need. Because the problem is, Team Spoonman as a group gets lost in people's algorithms because there's not enough activity on the group. So if you see the group, you see it. We need more posts, more reactions, and more comments from more people, so that all of those people's friends that are also in the group will get attracted. Also, like, I made a post, somebody shared it onto their personal page and tagged like a couple people, and they're like, well, I know you're not going to see this because you're not in the group. And I was like, well, invite them to the group. You know? So that's what we need. We need more posts, more comments, more reactions, and more invites. That's the way it works. But you got to, like I said, it's got to be more people participate. Like, going through and seeing stuff and be like, that's awesome. Okay, but don't say it to yourself. Comment it. Comment, that's awesome. Like it, whatever, so that more people get dragged into the algorithm. Or drugged. Dragged? So, you know, Kelly, like I said, I love it. And I think that, you know, I think it's a good thing. I think we have a good. I think a lot of listen. I never met Rodney Schultz till he came here tonight. I gave him some scrapple and liver pudding. He handed me some money, and I said, I don't need it. And he goes, take it. He goes, I love what you do. He goes, and everything you do for everything. And I was like, all right. I mean, I never met him. I see him on here all the time. But I got to put a face with it, you know. And I told him, I said, right here, Spoonman Saloon. I said, June 6th, the bands will be over there at the garage, whatever. And he's like, dude, he goes, I keep saying I want to come down here, but his daughter plays softball, and I get it. Softball's a summer sport. Summer's busy. Kids are busy. No problem. I got that. Your family's way more important than anything that I do. So, but, yeah. So, like I said, we just keep chugging along here and doing what we do. And it's whatever. Like I said, at the end of the day, like I said, there's many days that it feels thankless and hollow and empty. But I know it's not, because those reactions are out there. And they're not there every time. And that's the same. I look at it the exact same way right now. I'm still looking at my screen right now. It says 2 people are watching. I got Ken and Kelly's picture on top of my screen. That's it. Ken and Kelly. This phone says 7 people are watching. I don't really know how many people are watching, but it's somewhere between 2 and 7 is my best guess, and Ken and Kelly are 2 of them. And not you, Kelly Edgington. Your picture is not up there anymore. So I don't know why. Listen, Facebook's broken. And it's not my fucking phone. So for whatever it's worth, my 700-year-old phone says 7 people are watching, and my 6-month-old phone says 2 people are watching. Lisa said 9 people are watching. I don't know. Listen, it is what it is. Maybe if I start screaming and ranting and raving. I don't. Keith, I don't. Like I said, that's why whenever, like, Hubie would go live, when Brittany and Swiper used to go live, Travis France would go live every once in a while. Different people go live, and they're like, oh, I don't see this, that, whatever. There you go. Michael's here. Mike, I got your message, by the way. I don't know if I messaged you back or not. Michael's the... Oh, Jesus Christ. Debbie's here. Debbie, I'm not fucking... Debbie, I had a hangover today because of Debbie. I'm not drinking anymore. Shut up, Debbie! I got your message, Mike, and I was gonna... I don't know if I messaged you back. I was going to message you back, and I was like, the shirt guy will make the shirt. If I tell him to make the shirt, he'll make the shirt. I don't know if I want to get another shirt. There's too much fucking shit in this basement. Every time I go to... I got to go to Bob's to pick up shirts. She's like, there's enough shit in the basement already. We need a merchandise space. What are we? We get that during our show, and after our show, it shows we had 200 watching. How do you know how many people were watching? Oh, I guess you can. Yeah, you could do that. I don't fucking know. I don't really care. But I see, Keith. That stuff's so, I don't know, because like I'll see, it'll pop up and say so and so's watching, and I'll be like, hi, and their picture never shows up, the number never changes, and so I don't know. And I've done it already too, where like I'll be scrolling and I'll get a notification that so and so's live, and as I'm scrolling, like I touch it, and it takes me to that live, and I'm like, what is it, whatever, and I back out of the live, but it's probably pops up and says they were watching. Debbie, I did a green drink already. You missed it. That beer was green, right? No, that was purple. That was green-ish. Or is it purple? I don't fucking remember, actually. I know I was in the cold plunge at 6:30 this morning and my hangover went away in minutes. It wasn't a bad hangover. It just was an uncomfortable. It was I drank too much feeling. That's what it was. I don't want to say, I guess it was a hangover, but I think I drank I think I drank an electrolyte packet before I went to bed. I don't remember a lot. I remember, this is what I remember when I drink too much. I fall over a lot in the shower. I don't fall over a lot, but I lose my balance. I go to wash my foot, so I pick one foot up in the air and I'm standing on one foot and I lose my balance and I have to catch myself on the wall. I remember that. No, I'm not doing it again. No. I did a bar spill and everything. Y'all can go back and watch it. I actually have shit I gotta do. What time is it? Jesus Christ, it's 8:30 already? Alright, I definitely have to go. I still have things to clean up. I got stuff I gotta put in the refrigerator. I got a lot of stuff that's gotta get done yet. Pig butchering weekend is busy. And I literally was going to go live at 4 o'clock in the afternoon and just be like, screw it, I'm doing a matinee thing. And here I am. Whatever. It was like, I don't even know what time it was when I went live, but I know it was late. Last night I ended up with porn. What? Really? I don't even know what that means. Mimo was home, right? Did Mima come on the live last night? I remember screaming her name up the steps. I'm very confused. I'm very fucking confused right now. And Mike's laughing, so I don't know what that means. Wow, I might have to rewatch last night's live. Apparently I missed something at the end. All I know is when I turned the stereo on tonight, it was very loud. And I have no recollection of recollection. That's not the right word. What is that word? There was definitely no porn between me and Mom. That is definitely, I know that. Recollection. Yeah, I said recollection. Recollection. I have no recollection of any such thing happening last night. I remember me and Mom being here. She may or may not have yelled at me, possibly. I could believe that. Oh, shit. I do miss Debbie, though. We'll get your sign on there. Here's your sign. I know, Kelly. Sunday matinees are the way to go. The problem was, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I was vacuum sealing stuff. And then people were coming here. And as is well known and established, Papa can't shut up. Oh, that's what I was talking... Okay, this was the topic. All right, here we go. So we're talking about butchering. Wow, this just came from the back feed this second. And Lynn Ship stopped by. Her dad I used to butcher with forever ago. And she came out here to pick up scrapple. I call her every year. Or liver pudding, I think. Yeah, I don't think she gets scrapple. I think she gets liver pudding. She stopped out here, and she said that Palmerton is doing a... Did I say this? I feel like I said this. A 250th anniversary event. And she asked us... She's going to bring it up at the meeting for us to set up at this event. Did I talk about this? I feel like I talked about this. Maybe that wasn't what I forgot. I don't fucking know. Now I forgot what I forgot. Or I forgot what I remembered right now. I don't know. Anyway, we may or may not have a presence at the 250th America celebration in the Palmerton Park on June... whatever. It's the Sunday after Spoonapalooza. Like, not the Sunday the day after, a Sunday a week after. Oh, Kelly, you'll be here still, probably. You could help us. I could have Kelly and Kelly in the booth. I know I told you, Kelly, but I thought I might have mentioned on the live earlier. Maybe I didn't. I don't remember. I could have Kelly and Kelly in the booth together. That would be fantastic. I don't remember if I talked about it or not. First of all, I don't even know if it's going to happen. She said she's going to bring it up because they're not having vendors there. It's not a vendor event. She goes, we're not having vendors there. She goes, but because of what you do, she goes, I'm going to bring it up and let them know. And she goes, and maybe there's some people there. She goes, there might be people at this meeting that are members of your group or aware of your group, and they might support you being there. So we'll see what happens. But all right, so there you go. There you go. See, I figured it out. Anyway, that's all I got. I wonder if I rang that bell if Jensen would start yelling, I believe. I would go back 1,000 times to the Polar Express to hear Jensen jumping up and down in his seat screaming, I believe, at the top of his lungs. It was so funny. It was so fucking funny to hear him screaming, I believe. And he fucking believed. You could see it in his eyes. Jesus. All right, that's all I got. I'm out. I got shit to do. It's a busy week. I got to get the stuff together for March Madness. So, no, Debbie, no. There you go. That could be something like that, Mike. Oh, yeah. All right. That's all I got. I got to find more drinks just for the drink of the day. The papers are almost all done already. I got 2 drinks for March Madness figured out. So I only got to come up with 14 more between now and Friday. And I got to come up with some more just for here. June 14th is Flag Day. That's cool. Hey, she's talking about getting Danny Daly there to speak. Possibly. For anybody that doesn't know, Danny Daly is a Palmertonian. He literally lives... I mean, I couldn't hit his house with a slingshot, but it had to be a really big slingshot. But he lives right around the corner from here. He was the Command Sergeant Major of the Army, which is the highest ranking non-officer person in the military, in the Army. And he lives right around the corner, and she said she's going to see if she can get him to speak there. He's on our list. He's on our list for Veteran of the Month. I mean, we're gonna get him eventually, maybe sooner than later. But he literally lives right. He lives right up the street. We could ride it. All right. If Gary Borger came here on his 4-wheeler, as he has in the past, he could stop by his house and pick him up because he's on the fucking way. That's how close he lives to here. Anyway. That's all I got. Good night, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Never apologize for being patriotic. And fuck Bruce Springsteen. Peace.